Hi there, Gabby. This is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com, and I am listening to an integrated speaking practice test that you sent me yesterday. So I actually have the integrated speaking rubrics here, and the question here you say in your email, please listen to evaluate score and provide feedback on my integrated writing practice test. So the question here is TPO 27, question 2. The woman expresses her opinion about the university's plan, briefly summarize the plan, then state her opinion and explain the reason she gives for holding that opinion. Okay, let's listen to it.
The announcement states that the university will switch to electronic. The announcement states
Notice the announcement as states. So you're putting a syllable that's not in the word there because in Spanish you're not used to beginning words with S's, right? So instead of saying state, you're saying estate. The problem is estate is a different word. And then state, we look at estate as a noun, like the house and all of your assets that you own. That's called an estate. And then state is to speak or to explain something.
that the university will switch to electronic textbooks. First, they mention that the students will
You say they mention. Who is they? Is this university officials? Is this the administrators at the campus? So be careful about using a pronoun when it does not have a clear referent.
save money with this. Second,
They'll save money with what? Let's go back.
will save money with this.
You're using a lot of vague terms, they and then this. Instead of this, you might say, with this new proposal, you might say. And that's going to show a little bit more advanced grammar there.
Second, they think that it's an effective study aid because it's
They think it is effective. What does it mean? Right? So be careful about using a lot of pronouns. It's number one, it's weak. Number two, it's vague. Number three, it doesn't show you have good range of both basic and advanced vocabulary.
simple to operate. After that, the girl disagrees completely with this idea. To start, she considers that
Maybe after that, you might say, however, the woman disagrees. And maybe in the beginning, you can use some type of a structure that says something like this. You can say the reading passage discusses a new plan on campus, and then in the lecture the speaker opposes the new plan. You can frame it like that in the beginning, then you can move to the information in the reading passage, and once you've discussed that, then you can move to the information in the lecture, then use that transition word of contrast. However, on the other hand, or conversely, to help show the difference of ideas there.
the students will have the necessity to buy more than one device if the features change in the future, so it will cost a little more. In addition, she argues that it's a very small device. For that reason,
Yeah, it will cost more. So again, you're relying on the it sentence construction. So I want you to go to Google and type in these words. Uh, the question is how to avoid it and their sentence constructions in academic writing. Now, I know you're speaking here, but you can find some good websites that can help you with that. So I think you're relying too much on pronouns in here and weak sentence structures to communicate your ideas.
if some normal fingers use it, it will be uncomfortable for most of the students.
Yeah, it will be uncomfortable again. Too many its. You used it maybe four or five different times there. So, what does that mean? It means I'm going to score you in the two area. That's exactly what that means. If I look at in the two area, I look at language use here, right? So response is limited in the range and control, vocabulary and grammar demonstrated, but You have this results in limited or vague expression of ideas. That's exactly the effect that it had on your speaking there. Is using the it as many times as you did, it doesn't really clarify what you're talking about, and using they when you haven't really had a clear a noun before that, again, there's no clear connection of ideas right there. So that's the problem, is you have very basic sentence structure. You're using a lot of the it type sentence structures, so be careful about that. So that's one area. I think in delivery, you're actually speaking a lot faster than you were a few weeks ago. So your practice is helping you. So I like that. But still, I think you can work on varying your tone a little bit more than you did. I think that will also help you. Um, you have in the two area. I'm assuming you explained all the most important points there, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I think here ideas may not be well connected or cohesive. So that familiarity with the stimulus is necessary to follow what's being discussed. Yes. I think if I just listen to what you said, right, I don't think I have a clear, complete picture of the most important points in the reading and the listening passage. In fact, I'm going to have to go read those to make sure I understand what's going on. So you're not completely and accurately explaining, I think, the most important points from the reading and the listening passage. Your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.5 to out of 4. So I'm going to put you maybe at 18 to 19 points out of 30 on this practice test. All right. So if you can do me a favor, Gabby, go into the speaking part of my online course. I want you to review a particular lesson. The lesson is called TOEFL Integrated Speaking Strategies. It's Master Lesson 1 for that particular, for the integrated task. I want you to go through that lesson so you get more comfortable how to organize and develop your points in this kind of practice test. All right, and thank you for completing this assignment.